Sony has officially launched its new Xperia XZ3 flagship smartphone a mere 6 months after the XZ2 was revealed back at MWC 2018. So what's actually changed in the interim? What new features does the XZ3 have that the XZ2 doesn't? And is it worth an upgrade? Here's our full side-by-side comparison so you know the full skinny. I'll stick them side by side and you'll only just about be able to tell the two apart. The XZ3 is actually bigger as it's now a 6-inch smartphone compared with the 5.7-inch XZ2, but also the bezels have slimmed down a little bit to accommodate that bigger screen. As you can see, the display is now curved in the corners. Both of these phones rock Sony's ambient flow design, first introduced on the Xperia XZ2, which means it's fully glass on the front and the back. In both cases it's Gorilla Glass 5, so it's nice and tough as well. And for the Xperia XZ3, that aluminium frame has actually been reinforced as well, so it's tougher than before. No difference in terms of water resistance though. The XZ2 is IP68 rated, and so is the XZ3, so you can give them a good old dunk in your pint, drop them in the toilet, do whatever, and they will survive just fine. Neither of these phones sport a 3.5mm headphone jack, but they do have a fingerprint sensor around the back. Unfortunately, Sony doesn't seem to have listened to our feedback from the Xperia XZ2. In the case of the XZ3, that fingerprint sensor is once again mounted more or less centrally on the back of the phone, which makes it kind of awkward to grope for. If you don't have double jointed fingers, you're basically going to have to learn to readjust your grip all the time. And while we still love this lovely hue of the Xperia XZ2, the XZ3 now comes in the new Bordeaux red version, which is absolutely stunning. Like the Bordeaux version of the Oppo Find X, when this catches the light just right, it gives off a sort of a purple hue. It's absolutely jaw-dropping. Now the first major upgrade for the Xperia XZ3 is that display tech. It's not only bigger at 6 inches, but it's also Sony's first OLED panel found on an Xperia smartphone. That means you can expect super bright output and really vibrant colours as well. The resolution has also been boosted to Quad HD Plus compared with the old Full HD Plus Xperia XZ2. Now don't get us wrong, the Xperia XZ2 is still absolutely fantastic for media, video and the rest will look stunning, and you've got that X Reality engine to boost up your SDR video to near HDR quality. However, the XZ3 really has to be seen to be believed. This OLED screen definitely takes the likes of the P20 Pro, and the Pixel 2 gives them a good run for their money. And once again you have that X Reality tech to boost your SDR quality video up to HDR level, and also Full HD up to near Quad HD Plus quality as well. As for the audio tech, it's basically unchanged on the XZ3. You once again get Sony's smart DSE-HX upscaling, so you get those low quality compressed tracks and just give them a bit of a new lease of life. There's also support for LDAC, high-res audio, and of course you get that dynamic vibration system again, which just gives your phone a bit of a rumble effect whenever you're watching movies or playing games. Bit superfluous, but there you go. When it comes to the software, Xperia XZ2 is still rocking Android Oreo, although we are expecting an upgrade to Android Pie anytime soon. It was of course part of the Android P beta. However, in the case of the Xperia XZ3, it does come with Android Pie out of the box, so it'll be one of the first smartphones to do so. And on top of that Android software, you get the usual bonus Sony features such as remote play support, and thankfully a bit of one-handed mode as well, because both of these phones are quite big. The Xperia XZ3 also rocks Sony's brand new SideSense feature. There are sensors either side of the display which just detect when you give them a quick double tap. And when that happens, it loads up a little sidebar with fast access to all of your favourite apps and features such as that one-handed mode. It'll also support gestures such as a quick swipe down in order to go back at any point. It's not exactly a game changer, but it's definitely a nice to have. The XZ3 hasn't changed things up when it comes to performance either. Just like the XZ2 before it, there's a Snapdragon 845 chipset packed inside, backed by 4 gigs of RAM. What that means is basically future-proof performance. You'll be able to play the likes of PUBG Mobile on top detail levels with an absolutely sterling frame rate. As for the storage, once again no change, 64GB on board the XZ3 just as there was on the XZ2, and micro SD memory card support as well. And while the XZ2 technically tops off at 400 gigs, the XZ3 could go up to 512 gigs. As for the battery tech, the XZ2's 3180 mAh cell has been boosted to a 3300 mAh on the XZ3. Other than that, it's the same story as before. You get support for Qi wireless charging and a bit of that Qnovo tech as well to just keep your battery in pristine condition over the long term. And of course the usual power saving modes just in case you need them in a bit of a bind. So what about the camera tech? Well, once again there's very little change here. The XZ3 uses the same 19 megapixel module as the XZ2 with f2.0 aperture. What that means is you'll be able to take nice crisp photos in any kind of conditions. Even at low light, its performance is rather good. And of course, video-wise, you are sorted. You can shoot 4K HDR footage at any point, and there's also a bit of super slow motion footage at full HD resolution on board. The XZ3 does rock Sony's new camera app, which basically is similar to the old one, except you now get a dedicated modes menu which can be accessed at any point, which is definitely good, and a few little tweaks here and there in the general usability. We're expecting this new version of the camera app to come to the XZ2, of course, in a future update. When it comes to the selfie camera though, things have changed up a bit in terms of the hardware. The Sony Xperia XZ2 rocked a 5 megapixel snapper, which supported the usual face modelling and all the rest of it. That's been boosted to a 13 megapixel on the XZ3. And once again, you get full support for that 3D face modelling as well as the usual bokeh mode and all of that stuff. And that in a nutshell is the Sony Xperia XZ2 versus the XZ3. As you can see, the biggest difference is in terms of that display from the IPS up to the OLED. And of course you now have the side sense gesture support as well. But apart from that, most of the rest of the specs are more or less the same. The performance, the battery, storage, and the camera tech, there's not a massive amount of difference. But of course, if you don't already own the XZ2, the XZ3 must be a very enticing prospect indeed. So definitely let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you already own the XZ2, are you a bit pissed off that the XZ3 has launched just a mere 6 months after you bought your smartphone? Definitely be good to hear your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more on the XZ3 when we have it. Thanks guys, love you, bye!